Hey guys, it's AJ here, the Flipping Ninja. Just wanted to give you a quick pre-message before you listen to this week's podcast episode. So this podcast that you're about to listen to is actually an excerpt taken from a webinar that I did. So you're going to learn about the benefits of flipping and why flipping is something you absolutely must learn how to do, and the secret benefits of flipping, the secret benefits and perks of flipping that nobody ever talks about besides the money. That's what you're going to learn on this podcast episode. Now, again, just a reminder, it's been taken from a webinar audio, so you might hear me talk about references and things that are on the PowerPoint slideshow, which obviously you won't be able to see because it was from a webinar. So if you do, just know that. But overall, just taking the message from it. I hope it's valuable for you, and here it is.
So the big question is this: as hardworking Americans like us, ones who weren't born rich, what side hustle can we do that'll give us more control, more freedom, and more confidence in our lives? How can we make our own money when we want, where we want, and how we want, while being our own boss and calling all the shots? What can you do right now that quickly, simply, and easily banks you an extra $1,000 to $5,000 a month? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is AJ, and welcome to the Flipping Ninja Podcast.
The benefits of flipping, why this is all important to you. Okay, so flipping has a lot of benefits to it. Obviously, it's good money, but there's more to it than just that. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, quick. Okay, so flipping in general, the very act of you making a decision to learn this skill set makes you better, makes you sharper, makes you smarter, and without a doubt, no doubt in my mind whatsoever, I would say it's even more valuable than a college course. Okay, you learning and developing and mastering this simple skill set, the real ins and outs of it, and I'm talking mastery. Keep in mind, all of this is happening while you're getting paid to learn it, will arm you with more specialized skill sets than many college grads ever even develop. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, let's put all the money aside and let's think about the skills that you have to and you will learn once you start flipping things for profit, once you start getting into this buying and reselling business. Okay. For one, it's everything you would have to learn as a successful businessman or woman or entrepreneur. Meaning, in order to make a lot of money and be successful, you have to know a series of different strengths and traits and skill sets that you need that are vital and critical that'll help you in all parts of your life. For example, knowing how to find deals, knowing how to keep your eyes open, knowing how to recognize opportunity and quickly act. We call it the eye for the deal. Okay. Now, this will overall sharpen and improve your awareness just all across the board with all sorts of things. You're constantly training yourself to see new opportunities that you start doing it on autopilot. It's like you become this beacon, right? It's like you're this beacon who constantly just naturally, it becomes like second nature. Okay. It becomes second nature where you're fast, you're sharp, and you recognize profitable money-making opportunities. Okay. Across all parts of your life. Okay, next thing is knowing how to research. Okay, knowing how to not just be better at researching stuff, but being fast and effective. Okay, in flipping, in this business, you have to be good at both, and you get good at both very quickly. Okay, fast research, where you literally go straight to the source and get the exact piece of info that you need without wasting any time. Okay, so you become a master researcher who is fast. Okay, knowing how to sell and market. That's another thing that comes with learning, getting into this business, which everyone on planet Earth can benefit from learning how to sell better and be better marketers. Everyone. In fact, I think learning how to sell and market should be required learning in every high school. But sadly, it's not. Okay, this is a life skill set that if you don't know how to do, then you should be ashamed. If you're not learning how to sell, then you should be spending the time reading books, getting good, learning how to sell. Because if you can learn how to sell, you can get anything you want in life. Okay, the moment you learn how to sell, you'll be able to have anything you want in life. Okay? The people who learn how to sell and market are the people who rise to the top financially and in so many other ways. Now you're in luck because you're here watching this. I'm going to teach you all the sales and marketing knowledge that you'll need in order to start making money right away. Okay. Even if you don't have any experience. Okay. I've fine-tuned this. I've spent the past 10 years and spent over $200,000 doing this stuff myself, learning it, going through the misery so that you don't have to. Okay. I've fine-tuned it to a step-by-step process. It's a systematic approach. Okay. It's not some abstract, long drawn out, confusing thing. It's actually step-by-step. Okay, who here likes step-by-step easy? Let me know in the comment box. Awesome. Bam, high five. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm excited for you guys. That's what you're going to get today on this training today. And finally, knowing numbers. Okay, knowing numbers. You're going to get better at numbers. I don't know about you, but I always sucked at numbers. Okay, I'm not the best. Honestly, I'm still not the best at numbers. But here's the thing. When you're out there flipping stuff, when you're out there making all this money, when you're buying, when you're selling, and you're counting all your money, you're going to be tracking. You're going to be calculating all of your profits and your sales and all that jazz. And trust me, I'm not a numbers guy, but once you see how simple it is to make good money fast, you will become a numbers person very quickly. Okay, you will love numbers, and naturally you'll get better at the making and multiplying of numbers. Okay, this isn't some calculus, algebra, high school, college, math course. This is you getting good at the multiplying and making of more money in numbers. Okay, so that's all you really need. How cool is that? Are you guys excited? I mean, do you guys see what I mean though? This is, if you learn this skill set, besides the money, you will become sharp as a tack across the board. It's insane. And that's the thing. When I said more valuable than a college degree, well, let me tell you what college degree out there or course exists that immediately once you're finished with it, you can start making as much money as you'd like. Completely on your own and independently without waiting months and months trying to get a job, a job, being at the mercy of employers. What college course offers that? Now, I'm not saying which is better. I'm not comparing, jobs to flipping. They're two separate sets of work, and it's not that one is better than the other. I'm simply asking what college course exists out there that lets you do that. And I mean immediate actionable stuff. Oh, and I forgot. With flipping, you start making money right away. There's no waiting for the course to be over. There's no taking the course and going out there and hoping to land upon something. You start making money right away once you start doing it. And it's lifelong. So the more you do it, the better you get. The better you get, the more money you make in less time, in less work. Okay. So starting out, you might make $40 in 1 hour of work, maybe even 2 hours of work. But very quickly, after another flip, you flip something else, you buy something else, you sell something else. After a very few number of flips, you'll multiply it. And that's why I love this business, because you're not adding, you're multiplying. Okay. So maybe for the first, month, you find yourself making $40 in an hour's worth of work. But then month 2, it multiplies. So you get better and you're making $100 in an hour. And then a couple weeks later, you get better very quickly. Okay. So you're making, next thing you know, you just made $200 in 40 minutes of work. And then later that day, you make $150 in just an hour. And then that weekend, you make $500 in literally, 45 minutes of work. That's how it is. Okay. That's what this business is like. So that means once you learn it, that means you learn it once and you can really do what you want and make what you want. It's totally up to you. How many of you guys think that sounds awesome? How awesome is that, guys? So do you see how easy it is? So if you want to earn an extra $500 a month on the side, or $1,000 a month, or $1,500, or even $3,000 per month on the side, it's totally up to you. It doesn't even matter where you're at now. Okay. This isn't something you have to spend 10 years to learn and get good at. Well, it was for me. Okay. I had to spend a very long time to get where I'm at today, but that's because I didn't have someone training me and, teaching me like you're getting now. Someone who's done it before. So I paid the price so that you don't have to. Now, with that being said, you could do it as much as you want and grow and expand and get really, really big, or you can do it as little as you want. Just a little side thing on the weekends here and there. Maybe whenever you want some cash, or you want to just pay for some, new toy you want, or some little vacation. It's always there for you. That's the beauty of this business. Once you learn this skill set, you can call upon it anytime you want, anywhere, for the rest of your life, wherever you go. Okay. You basically have the Midas touch. Okay, next benefit is you'll have full control of your life and income. Okay, do you like having control over your life and income? Who here likes having control over how much money they make? Let me know in the comments. Who likes control? I like control. I like knowing that I can make more if I want. If I want to put in more work, I can do it as much. I'm not limited by overtime or in the traditional job sense. I mean, if you're working 40 hours and you wanted to work 100, you can't always do that, right? But with flipping, you have full control. Take a look at what this person says. Now, this person has used flipping. They're their own boss now. They've got freedom. They said, flipping has allowed me to be my own boss and set my own hours. I don't have to ask for a day off weeks in advance and hope my request gets approved. If I hear the fish are biting or the weather is nice enough, I can go do my own thing and make it up later. I also like that while I still have to deal with assholes occasionally, at least I only have to deal with them for a short time and then they're out of my life forever, as opposed to having to see them every day at work. I totally feel what this guy is feeling. Okay, now this guy is cool because he learned this skill set and now he's reaping the rewards for the rest of his life. Now there's going to be a lot of people out there who, just will not feel comfortable having control or being their own boss, or it's something they just, never wanted. They just want to, they want to just wake up, just show up somewhere, punch in, get told what to do and go back home and just collect a paycheck and collect the same amount every week, unable to make more if they wanted. And that's totally fine, guys. And that's fine. My sister is that way, guys. My sister, it's funny. We're total opposite. Okay. So I like having control. I like to have control over, how much I make, how much I want to make. Let's say I'm just in this really hardcore hustle mindset and I'm like, I have to make, $5,000 within the next 3 months or, whatever. Or I'm just going to work extra hard. I know that I can do that. I know that I can make more. Okay. I like having control over that. And like I said, you just feel empowered. I like feeling like I'm in control of my life. And I like knowing that I can make money on my own kind of, control, you can control your own destiny, your fate, or whatever you want to call it. But my sister, and you might know some people like this in your life too, but my sister is funny. She's the total opposite. She's just like, I don't want to think. I don't want to have to think. I just want to show up at work somewhere, punch in, do what I'm told. I just want the same thing every day. Just punch out, go home, relax, and repeat. Go home, done deal, collect my paycheck. My sister is total opposite from me. And that's fine. She's happy that way. In fact, she would probably be miserable, being her own boss or maybe even going out there and trying to flip stuff for profit. It's very possible. So that's the thing, guys. It's not for everyone, and that's okay. So some people, this whole being your own boss thing, it's not for everyone. I mean, I think it's awesome. If you're on this webinar, I think you probably like the idea of it too, because you're someone who wants more money. You want freedom. You want time. You want options. You want control. You want to be your own boss and have the ability to make your own money on the side as much as you want and feel proud. Okay, proud knowing that you've got such a flexible and versatile skill set and you're making money, your own money, in an ethical way. Okay, you want to feel confident and good about yourself. No more stress, no more anxiety from money issues and not having enough for bills at the end of the month, which that feeling sucks. I hate that feeling, which brings me into knowing this skill set empowers you. Okay, knowing how to make really good money flipping stuff for cash empowers you. You actually feel empowered and totally secure naturally as a side effect because you essentially have your income in your own hands. Okay, you have the power. You're basically like a human ATM machine who can make money whenever you feel like it without having to work for someone else or punch into a time clock somewhere and work a long, tedious 8 hours. Okay, you feel confident, you feel empowered. And what happens is that confidence starts to carry over to other parts of your life too. So family, relationships, marriage, career, your self-image, your self-esteem. You're just a better version of yourself overall because of this newfound confidence. The confidence that you can actually make a lot of money yourself on your own, just on your own spare time. Okay? And you're not working for someone else. You're not slaving away while you do it. You have dignity while you do it. You can actually go out there basically as your own boss and make money flipping things. Simple. No bosses, no employers, no feeling like you have no control, no worrying about society's, made up standards that say you need to have some kind of formal education or college degree, which honestly, last time I checked, college set you back close to $100,000. Not to mention the biggest things most of my college friends learned was how to drink and party. I mean, none of them have learned a skill set like this where they can go out and make money at will. Okay, there isn't a single college course on planet Earth that shows you how to generate hundreds to thousands of dollars almost at will. Okay, no college offers that. But by learning this skill set, by learning how to make money flipping things from the right teacher, things will immediately start paying you. This will immediately start paying you. It will immediately give you this Midas touch, one that'll shock and piss off your friends at the same time who are working their butts off all week long to make what you can make in maybe a couple hours. So besides the money, it injects confidence and a feeling of power, making it such a valuable, rare, and prestigious skill set you can be proud of. Take a look at what some of these people have said after they learned this skill set. Here's someone who says, flipping paid for my 5+ grad school apps and gave me something to look forward to. It was great because I could operate in my own house while juggling studying for the GREs and applying for grad school. Now I'm 2 months shy of attending my first grad school class. It also helped raise my confidence in myself. Thanks to flipping, I found myself going out there to the estate sales, libraries, and yard sales, talking to other people when I was too shy to do so before. I also think it gave me insight into an interesting community of people. Perhaps one day I'll do research on flippers, though it's far from what my concentration will be. Here's someone else who has learned this skill set. They say, it gives me something to do. I'm a single introvert, so flipping helps fill up the time that most people spend with the family or social life, and it occasionally forces me to interact with people. It's also given me a reason to travel. I like driving, but I was never really able to justify going someplace. I now sell at a few destination hamfests every year. It's probably not worth it from a purely financial standpoint, but it's basically a vacation. And that is somewhere between subsidized and profitable. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but like I said, the money is great. The money is good, but you have to do it for the fun, the experience. Okay. This person feels like they're getting a vacation doing this. Okay. Imagine yourself doing that. Okay. Here's someone else who says, bought myself a new used car, which I now use to flip more, but still it's the first car I've bought for myself. And it was a pretty satisfying feeling. I can't even tell you how many comments like this I have of people who have used flipping to buy cars. I mean, cars is like the basic, level 1, low level thing. Okay. Once you start getting into it, once you start learning this and see how much money you can make, if you're looking for a car, if you're looking for a used car or, upgrade or whatever, it's really easy. Okay. It's really easy. Getting a car is not some big thing if you're in the flipping business. Next benefit is flipping instantly turns you into a business. Okay, it turns you into a business. To me, a business is the most powerful, it's one of the most powerful ways to make money. And with money, you can control your destiny. Okay, with your own business, you're accountable. You're responsible. The buck stops with you. There's no one else to blame. And when a business pays off, the rewards are freaking huge. Okay, I believe that everyone deserves to have a skill set that allows them to produce their own money anytime and anywhere they want. Okay, like I said, they don't teach you this stuff at school. Nobody teaches this stuff, okay? Even if you already work a full-time job and never plan to flip a thing in your life, okay? Even if you're just on here and, you don't have any plans to actually start doing this, you just want to see what this is all about, you need to know how. You should know how to go out and get money anytime, independently, when you want or need it. If not for you, for your family, okay? Or for emergencies, or to just spice up your life and add color to it. Okay, you need to know this skill set. You should know this skill set. You should be able to go out there and have the ability to make your own money when you want. Everyone should have that skill set, right? It's like think back in the caveman days. Cavemen, they had to freaking know how to go out there and hunt and kill and bring home, the bacon or whatever they brought home, without relying on someone else, without relying on another, group of cavemen to bring it to them. Okay. Every person should at least have the ability, even if they never use it, they should know how to do it. Okay. Next thing is flipping transforms you into an entrepreneur. Okay. You're actually your own boss. You virtually have a license to print money. You have the power to make very large amounts of money easily. Okay. The moment you start flipping, is the moment you become an entrepreneur. The moment you start making profit is the moment you're in business. And that's right away. That's right away, guys. So if you're one of those people who are always like, oh, I want to be my own boss, or like, it'd be so cool. That's my dream. If I was, I just want to be my own boss, but you're working a job right now, that's perfectly fine. In fact, most people work full-time jobs and start flipping on the side, which if you ask me, that's even cooler because that means you get to test it out. You get to test out being your own boss and, see what it's like, but only part-time. So on one hand, you'll be working your day job and you've got your boss there and all, right? But on the other hand, outside of that, as someone who's in the buying and reselling business, flipping, you actually are your own boss. So you get the best of both worlds. Okay, you get to test the waters and practice and master it before taking the full leap if you want it. In the meantime, you're building up your skills like discipline, hustle. You're building up, time management skills. You're building up critical skills that will be responsible for you achieving massive success. Okay. The reason most people are not able to be successful in anything is because they only lack a few traits, a few, but critical traits like discipline, hustle, the drive to work, time management skills, motivation, cause when you're your own boss, guys, you don't have a boss. You don't have a boss who tells you what you have to do. You're your own. That means you literally have to be responsible for your level of motivation every morning when you wake up. When you wake up and you're lying in bed, instead of hitting snooze, you have to tell yourself, you have to force yourself, say, no, this is what I have to do. As a responsible individual, as a hustler, as a person who is, an entrepreneur, I have to get up and do it, even though no one's telling me to. When you start flipping on the side, when you start doing this part-time outside of work, you get to develop those critical skill sets. So let's say you get so good that you're actually making really good money flipping like I did while you were working a full-time job. And you're just like, wow, you know what? I don't want to work anymore for someone else. Those skills that you were building up the whole time, the skills of discipline, hustle, ambition, time management, all those skill sets will be there for you, ready to serve you because you spent all that time outside of your day job building them up. Do you see what I mean, guys? Is this making sense to you guys? Because when you get into flipping on the side, you cut the need to have to pick up another part-time job job where you'd actually have another boss and spend your life working endless hours nonstop. But instead, you embark on something completely different that empowers you and rewards you and gives you control and freedom and flexibility. And that, my friends, is why you need to learn the skill set of flipping. And that's why I'm so glad that you're on here, because I believe that everyone should know. Everyone should have this skill set, okay? My whole mission is to teach 10,000 people. I want to teach 10,000 people how to make $1,000 per month on the side flipping, at least. That's my whole goal and mission. That's one of my personal missions, actually. So I'm really happy that you're on here. I'm happy to show you the way. Okay? Okay, guys, next point I want to touch on quick is what I call the 3 wins of flipping. Okay, the flipping triangle of value and goodwill. There's more to this skill set than just making lots of money, as I've said. I want you to really think about this and understand this flipping business so you know it's not some weird, sketchy type thing. This is a real, actual fast way to make money that involves many different exchanges of value. Very rewarding and profitable. Okay? So every time you flip something, you're not ripping anyone off. You're not scamming anyone. You're not, a lot of people think that you're doing some kind of unethical criminal act when you buy something low and sell it for a profit. It's like, no, dude. It's like, for example, a few years back, I remember I had an old pair of Nike Air Max 360 shoes. Now, if you don't know what those are or how much they cost, these were right when they came out. So they cost a bunch of money. These were, Nike Air Max 360 shoes. So I bought them, and actually someone sold them to me for a really good deal, and I bought them. So after a couple months of owning them, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really wearing these too much. I'd rather just sell them. So I sold them. I think I bought them for like $60. I ended up selling it for $160 on eBay. And one of my friends, the way he was looking at me, he was looking at me like I committed some kind of crime. He's like, "Oh, you're ripping someone off. Like I did something wrong." And I'm like, "Dude, that's how business has been done since the beginning of time. Are you crazy?" Like, I mean, Walmart, JCPenney's, Macy's, basically every store in business that you know of and that you go buy your stuff from, they wouldn't exist if they didn't buy low and sell high. Okay? Everybody's flipping stuff, if you want to look at it that way, right? So guys, there's nothing wrong or unethical about buying something low or cheap and then turning it around and selling it to someone else who wants it and who wants to pay you for it, for a profit. This is business. This is how business is done. I don't understand why some people think that, you buying something and then selling it to someone else for a profit makes you some kind of evil person. The only thing is with, that's how business is done. But with flipping, the only difference is that you're that person. You're basically that ATM, that money-making machine. You're the source who's creating that business. You start it. Okay, you begin. You start it. Okay, so I want to talk about the 3 wins of flipping. Flipping is also one of the best businesses you can get into because of what I call the 3 wins of flipping. What I'm going to introduce to you here is an obvious yet not so obvious concept and awareness that'll supercharge your motivation and really shift your whole mindset. Okay, guys, this is really cool. So in the flipping business, you have 3 wins. Okay, there's always 3 wins. There's always 3 people or 3 parties who win. Okay, think of it like a triangle. It's like, because of what you do, you have this triangle of wins. Okay, and there's 3 wins. Because what do you do when you're out flipping stuff? What happens? Guys, comments in the chat box. What happens? Tell me what happens when you go out there and flip something. Right. Yeah, Martin. Yeah, Martin. Yeah, that's right, Martin. You buy something, right? From a company or from somebody. So there's an exchange of value happening there. Boom. They're happy that they sold their item, and you're happy that you picked it up. Right? We got 2 smiley faces. And then what happens next? What happens next, guys? That's right. And then you go and sell it to somebody else who's looking for that item. Okay, so when you go buy something, let's say you bought this awesome purple chair. You pay the person you're getting the item or chair from. They're happy they sold it. You got 1 happy, 1 win. Now you go home and you're happy too. Now you go home, you reposition it, you take cool pics of it, and you repost it for sale. You make it awesome. Now somebody out there, this person right here, this person is freaking looking for that exact purple chair. In fact, they've been dying to have this chair in their living room so it could match the rest of their place. They've been searching for 6 months. They haven't been able to find it anywhere. Okay, they're searching for it. And then they find your posting. They see your posting. They see your item for sale that you went out and picked up from person or store number 1. They see it. How do they feel the moment they see it? Their heart starts to beat super fast. They've been looking for this for months. They can't even believe it. They see that it's posted for $150. You paid $20 for it. In fact, they want it so bad, they rush to call you. They're even willing to pay $200 just if you can sell it to them because they don't want to miss out on it. Okay? And you end up selling it to them. You just created your 3rd win, right? Now you sold it. They got their item. They're happy. There was another exchange of value there. They're happy with their chair, and you're happy because you just pocketed $130 profit. Okay? You just made $130. So we've got 3 wins total. 3 people who are happy. Now, imagine this happening with every single item you flip. It's weird to think about, right? I've bought and sold over 3,000 items. Isn't that weird to think about? If I bought and sold over 3,000 items, if you multiply that with by the 3 wins of flipping, the 3 smileys, How many people, what kind of impact was that? Now, if you kind of think about it, if you weren't there to do that, if you decided that you were not going to get into flipping, let's say you weren't there to do that, that person who's been looking for this purple chair for months, they might have never gotten that item, or chair or purple chair. They've been searching for 6 months trying to find that perfect chair for their living room. Now, if you look at it that way, it's kind of unethical. It's like, come on, dude, do your part, give back, right? I mean, isn't it kind of messed up now you can look at it that way? Don't you feel like you almost have an ethical duty and obligation to deliver the goods for this person? I mean, come on. If you have a good heart, if you're a good person in general, you want to get people in touch with these things that they're looking for, and you want to sell it to them because that makes them happy, and that makes you happy, and you make money, right? Does that make sense, guys? Have you ever thought about it that way? Maybe I think about it just because I'm, weird like that and I like overthink things, but I mean, it's the best business in the world. What do you do at your day job? What do most people do at their day job? Now, I don't know what you do at your job or if you even have a job. A lot of people just freaking go to work in the morning, sit in a freaking office all day and just stare at their computer screens and get paid. I mean, I'm not bashing, it's neither here nor there. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying it's amazing to see, the kind of benefits and contrast of what flipping is all about. Like the whole world and how it all works beyond just the making money part. So that's another cool part about flipping. And finally, it's just freaking fun. Okay, there's not a lot of businesses out there that are as fun as flipping. Guys, when you were a kid, do you remember how sleepy you were in the mornings when you had to wake up for school? How hard it was? How much it freaking sucked because, you just seemed to have no energy and drive and motivation for it most days. At least that's how I was. I mean, I never wanted to go to school. I was always tired. I had low energy. It took me till lunchtime to fully wake up. But then think about how you felt immediately after finding out the news that school is canceled due to a snow day. That morning, you wake up at 6 a.m., about to get ready for school. You're all groggy. You're all tired. But then you hear the news. Oh, shoot. Snow is canceled. Snow day. Oh, my God. Do you remember how quickly you freaking shifted from this zombie into this Energizer bunny? Do you remember how full of energy and enthusiasm you were? As early as it was, just from knowing you had the day off. I mean, you actually feel a physical change in your body, in your brain. It's an emotional thing that makes you feel physically full of energy and happy, and you're just in this good mood. And you're awake all day at that point. It's not like you go back to sleep. You're happy. Well, guys, that's the feeling you get from flipping. It's funny. It doesn't feel like work at all. Now, every day is exciting. It's fun. It's like an adventure. Okay, from the moment you walk into that store, well, first of all, you don't have to wake up at a certain time every day. You can wake up whenever you want. You can hit snooze and get up late. And you could have your coffee. You could take your time. You could have your awesome morning routine, ritual, whatever you do. And then after you're done with all that, you could say, you know what? I think I'm going to go out and flip some stuff. I'm going to hit up some stores. I'm going to hit up some garage sales. I'm going to go thrifting. Right? And it's just fun, okay? From the moment you walk into that store, I mean, there's something about flipping things, whether they're found at a thrift store or a garage sale or auction, something about it just appeals on such a deep level to me. It's like, on one hand, the rush of the find. It's exhilarating. When you find something that's worth a lot of money, you're going to make bank on it. It sends this rush through your body that few things manage to match. Okay, imagine you're going through all this stuff. You're digging through piles of items and seeing some electronics, and you see some little item at a thrift store, and then the moment you realize, oh my God, this is $5, but it's selling on eBay for $400 right now. You're holding it in your hand. You literally just took 10 minutes. You left your house. You went to a thrift store. You pick up this item. And just like that, that you made $400. That, you're going to buy it for $5. You're going to post it and it's going to sell for $400. You just made $395 just like that. Now, I don't know about you, but at my old job, I would have probably had to work 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 8-hour shifts in order to make $400. Okay. So you're going to get this rush I'm telling you up front right now, you're going to literally get this rush, and there's nothing else quite like it. The fact that you literally just put $400 in your pocket just like that, and that's just one item. Guys, that's just one item, okay? That's just one store that you stopped at. You still have a full Saturday left to go to the 3 other stores, right? Do you see how making $400 to $800 per day flipping is actually, it can be seen as setting the bar low because how much return you get for your time and effort, right? And you're getting paid this whole time. And it's funny, I have to stop myself from doing this. As weird as it sounds, I started doing this so much. I was making so much money doing it that I started to notice like it was a problem. Okay, like I would constantly, it was so fun. It's like this weird combo. It's something that's so fun and addictive, but at the same time, you're making all this money doing it. So it's like a triple threat addiction. Do you know what I mean? Not in some crazy way, but it's like, I would just do it so much. And I'm like, God, shoot, like it was almost on autopilot, which was sweet. But, I'm just letting you know, like, it's actually fun. You have so much fun doing this. Once you get into this, once you learn this skill set, the amount of fun you're going to have, you won't believe it. Okay? It sounds cheesy and lame, but it's 100% true. And anyone else who flips things, who makes money flipping things, can vouch for this, no doubt. There's no one in the world, there's no one on planet Earth who flips things for profit who hates it. There's no one out there who does not have a freaking blast doing it. That's why they're doing it. Okay? Every day is different. Every day is something new. Every day is a surprise. It's exciting. You walk into a thrift store. See, that's the thing, guys. Just a side note. That's why I love thrift stores so much. I love garage sales. I love this business, period. Even if it's online, on Craigslist, searching on eBay. And I always tell people this. I'm like, look, you can walk into the biggest mall in the whole world, the biggest shopping mall. You can walk into Mall of America, the malls that have everything. But no mall in the whole world will give you the same experience and feeling you get when you walk into just any thrift store. Okay, it could be the smallest, suckiest thrift store ever. You'll still get this certain feeling that you can't experience anywhere else because everything is so random. Okay, everything is so new. You never know what you're going to run into. You never know what you're going to find. And when it comes to malls, it's like, yeah, okay, we have this big mall with everything, but we still have to kind of, do you want clothes? You got JCPenney's, let's go see clothes. You got video games, you got a video game store, right? So everything is in order. Even though they have everything, it's huge. You still can't get that excited, unexpected, surprised feeling where you just don't know what's going to happen when you walk into a thrift store or a garage sale or a pawn shop. You just don't know. And that's the other awesome thing about flipping. Besides all the money you're making, you're having such a fun time. It's exciting. It's actually exciting. I mean, how bad is that? You're addicted to something good and ethical that's actually making you money. How does that sound to you guys?
This has been the Flipping Ninja Podcast. From the crew at theflippingninja.com, we believe that all Americans should be able to make their own money without having to rely on a job. If you're ready to ditch the 9-to-5, visit theflippingninja.com and join our Flipping Ninja Blueprint Masterclass, where you'll discover how to earn a reliable side income of $1,000 to $5,000 a month flipping things with just 5 to 10 hours a week. See, we're on a mission to help 100,000 people earn $1,000 a month on the side flipping things. Working professionals, students, parents, men, women, artists, techies, entrepreneurs, introverts, total newbies, you name it. Be a part of the revolution and blast out of living paycheck to paycheck once and for all at www.theflippingninja.com. Until next time, remember, you're just one flip away from freedom. Want to make a difference? If you enjoyed today's show, please pay it forward and head over to iTunes. Give us a rating and leave a review so others just like you can benefit and take charge of their financial future.